Okay, welcome back, welcome back. So here we're going to start talking about solving proportions. There we go. So we've got a couple things about proportions we're going to cover. The first video we're just going to talk about proportions themselves. And in the second video we're going to talk about how we use proportions to solve answers about similar figures. Alright, so a proportion is an equation, which is why it's part of this chapter, that states that two ratios are equal. So in that last section we talked about ratios. So here we are talking about ratios being equal. Alright, so here's our first example. Alright, while we are working on solving proportions, I basically say that there's two steps to solving a proportion. Step 1, cross multiply. And then step 2, solve. And the reason I call it solve is because they're not always, I know that sometimes we just get in the habit of cross multiplying and dividing, but it won't always be division. And there will be some solving involved based off of what we learned in the last couple lessons. So when I cross multiply, that means that I'm going to take 7 times 12 and 8 times m. So 8 times m is going to give me 8m. 7 times 12 is 84. And then, so that was my cross multiply. Now I need to solve. And in order to solve, I'm now going to divide both sides by 8. And so m will equal 10.5. And so that is the value that when I plug that in for m, that 7/8 equals 10.5 over 12. All right, next one. All right, this will be one of those examples as to why we need to, or why I say cross multiply and then solve. Because in this case, we are not going to have just one variable. So I'm going to take 5 times b plus 3. So I'm going to 5 times b plus 3. And that's going to be equal to b minus 8 times 4. So I'm going to write it as 4 times b minus 8. So that's my cross multiply step. From here I've got to solve. So my first step is going to be to distribute. So I'm going to take 5 times b, which is 5b, and then 5 times 3, which is 15. Set that equal to 4 times b, which is 4, and then 4 times negative 8 is a negative 32. From here, I have variables on both sides of the equals. I don't have like terms, same side like terms, so I'm skipping that step and moving on to the fact that I have variables on both sides. 4 is less than 5, so I'm going to subtract 4b from both sides using that subtraction property of equality. And so now I have that b plus 15 equals a negative 32. And then I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides, again using that subtraction property of equality. And I'm going to get that b equals, they're both negative, so my answer is going to be negative. And then 32 plus 15 is 47. And so then I end up with the fact that b is going to equal a negative 47. And again, this is an example as to why we don't just say cross multiply and divide, because there's more than just dividing with that problem. All right, next one. A portable media player has 2 gigabytes of storage and can hold about 500 songs. So 500 songs per 2 gigabytes. A similar but larger media player has 80 gigabytes of storage. About how many songs can the larger media player hold? So we want to know how many songs. So that's my variable's gonna go up there, right? Because I don't know how many songs. And 80 gigabytes goes on the bottom. So from here I'm gonna cross multiply. So I'm gonna take 2 times x, so I get 2x equals 500 times 80. And 500 times 80 is 40,000. Sorry, I misplaced my... There it is. It's going to advance the slide because for some reason it doesn't want to write now. I'm trying to figure out why I can't get my pen to write. Until then, I'm just going to pause. Alright, well, I had it fixed, and then we'll see if I can get... yes, get it back. Alright, so 500 times 80, it's just, you know, technology. 40,000 songs. Well, 500 times 80 gigabytes. Alright, so now to solve, I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And so x will equal my 80 gigabyte media player will hold 20,000 songs. Sorry for all the messing around and changes or whatever. I don't even remember how much I cut out. But we set up, I have to have the original, so we knew that 2 gigabytes, 2 gigabytes went with 500, right? So that has to be a fraction. We could have flipped it as long as when we were doing proportions, gigabytes match gigabytes and songs match songs. See how they're across from each other? So that's what you want to make sure of, is that you're setting that fraction up. We would have gotten the same answer if we would have set it up this way. Just notice gigabytes across from gigabytes, songs across from songs. So that is how that one works. I don't know why we're now flipping slides. I will see you in the next video where we talk about similar figures. Later, 8th grade.